fam? How about y'all come on in and let's have us another visit here on The Humble Show. I am Grant Fletcher, being joined by my co-hosts Moonbeam Hallows and Brandon Cox. How are you, my friends?
Hey,
Hi.
doing cool.
Hey, it's all good. Grant, missed you guys last week.
Yeah. We you were MIA. You were
man.
under a bus somewhere or something. You were.
Look, here's what happened. This
uh-huh.
is what happened.
Yeah.
I rushed home to do the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, rushed home, got there, couldn't find my laptop, and I was thinking about just doing the, holding my phone up and
Yeah.
doing it.
Sure.
And I got tired just thinking about that.
Just holding up your phone. Yeah.
So I flaked out.
Okay.
I couldn't find my laptop. So sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I'm
That's
sure
all-
it was fantastic.
It was. Oh, so you haven't heard it yet? Interesting.
No, I haven't heard it. I'm
Wow.
going to listen to that on the way home.
Well, we talked about
Gee
lost
willikers.
media last week. Do you have any examples of lost media that come to mind whenever?
Lost media.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Teddy Ruxpin was a tape player that you had to have a Teddy Ruxpin to. I have nothing.
Yeah,
Let's see. Lost media. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I saw a Teddy Ruxpin this past weekend at an antique store.
Mm.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much was
upsetting.
it going for?
Who knows?
I drew a peace sign on mine, on its stomach.
So you'd
As
always
you
know.
should.
No, let's see. Lost media. You mean like talking about like VHS tapes and things that nobody really uses anymore, but are still around for the cool kids?
No, like things that supposedly exist or were recorded at some point in time, but you can't find anymore.
Lost
like a-
media.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Let's see. Greg swears. He swears this. He swears that there is a part of the movie Big where the Tom Hanks kid is back in school and a little girl with pigtails comes in, and it's the love interest lady as a little girl. But I'm telling you
Interesting.
that I've never heard of it, never seen it. So somewhere out there, Greg says it exists.
So that would be a just adding on to the problematic nature of the film.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
But here's the thing. I don't doubt him, because a lot of films that were made in the 80s had extra scenes in order to pad out the runtime whenever factoring in for advertisements. I know. I think one of the most famous examples is The Breakfast Club. They had, I think, 2 or 3 cable television broadcast exclusive scenes. They weren't anything just huge, but they were, scenes nonetheless that were exclusive to cable broadcast versions. That could have very well been an instance of like, all right, we got to pad this out of 30, 40 more seconds. Let's put this in here.
Oh,
That's crazy.
well. I'm glad
I never even considered that, but it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Huh.
Greg says he already found it. Bullshit. Let's see it.
So it's either
Funny is this
that
is
No,
or
important
hold on
for
a
the
second.
show. This is how the two of them communicate all the time.
Listen, here's the thing. He said that he found it. He found a Wikipedia article that mentions it. No, until you find the video.
It's IMDb, he said.
look, it
I would
could
say
have
that's
been
lost media. I mean, look, if it only aired on TV a couple times and now you can't find it on any release, that would count.
Yeah.
There you go.
It very well could have been a fever dream. I had a lot of those whenever I was a kid. And I'm like, oh, wait, you mean that there's not a scene in James and the Giant Peach in which James's head is on a spider's body and it's descending into the earth and the head falls off? Oh, okay.
Don't you love how Brandon turns into Norm Macdonald?
Honestly, like yeah, that's true. You can tell his influences are right. I've seen that movie like within the last 2 years. I watched it. I showed it to my daughter,
Yeah, you remember that scene?
But I like if you had told me that scene was in the movie, that was just an actual part of the movie, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That movie
look.
is a fever dream in and of itself. It's still good, but it is a fever dream.
Yeah.
I love it. I like it when they say, "Oh, look, a Skellington," and it's Jack Skellington.
And yeah,
Yeah.
he's the Jack Skellington is the pirate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. The soundtrack's good too. I mean, if I remember, like I had the soundtrack
yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
in high school, and I remember like putting it on and listening to it, and,
Yeah.
and not give two craps what anybody thought about my music choices.
The Centipedes
yeah.
song, that was a good one. Yeah, for sure.
James, how are you?
Since we're retreading some things from previous episodes, we recently did the one about celebrities who, did okay early on and then they just decided to get weird with it or just pieced out and didn't really do much of anything.
Yeah.
And you know who I thought of in the time since we talked about it? Julia Stiles kind of did that.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
kind of did, dipped. I mean, she's done some things since she dipped, but, she was in that season of Dexter and things like
I
that.
was about
But,
to say.
Yeah.
And she's done a few things here and there, but not like a ton. I think she's probably doing more TV now, I guess. But
Did
anyway,
you see Edmund?
more power
I think
to
it
you.
was called Edmund.
I don't know any
What's
Edmund.
that unfortunate look? He's in Shameless. He's the main day. He's the dad in Shameless.
Oh,
he's got, like,
William
three
H.
names.
Macy?
Well, yeah, William H Macy. It's
That's a cool guy.
He plays like a killer or something, and she's in that. She finds him very interesting.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't. That movie feels like a fever dream. I feel like I watched it like with one brain cell trying to
Yeah.
absorb.
I've seen the
Yeah.
cover to this. I've never watched the movie, but I have seen this like on like a DVD on a shelf or somewhere or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
probably need to go back
Um,
and give it.
Also,
another
it's funny
try.
that you picked him out from Shameless and not from Fargo, but 'cause I
No,
would have thought
yeah.
I would have thought you would have said Fargo before you said
I
Shameless. I mean,
probably
Shameless is
would
way
have.
more.
I
recent.
probably would have said Fargo.
Whenever I think,
I hate him in Fargo. I hate him
really?
in Fargo.
Really?
Well, yeah, he was a real piece of
Oh,
shit.
you hated him in Fargo.
Oh, you
yeah, for
hated
sure.
him in
Yeah.
Fargo.
Yeah, I hated him in Fargo.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I kind of like him as a piece of shit in Shameless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like
he was a
sort of charming.
He was a spineless
charming.
coward in
Fargo.
Fargo. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a-
You had to hate him.
He was a real piece of shit,
Yeah,
Used to be, but
and
still
everybody
is.
knew it.
Yeah.
that's true. Y'all,
But no,
does anybody have any song recommendations this week before we jump into any more of the episode?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I
Yep.
had a good. Somebody recommended me a song
Okay.
yesterday, and it's
by the Beatles.
it's not by the Beatles. It's in a genre that I don't listen to enough, but I should listen to more. The song is I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Tomib, Tommib by Square Pusher. I got recommended the song and I just listened to the album, and it's a lot of great drill and bass. But this song in particular that was recommended to me, it's not an ambient interlude or anything like that. It's just like this very not drill and bass, like this very much needed lull in the album that really sparks visions of nostalgia, I think.
Well,
Very cool.
That's funny that you use that word, because my recommendation this week is this singer named Nostalgia, Nostalghia. She's fantastic. She's beautiful, and she's kind of got like a Bjork sounding voice, but she's great. My new barista recommended her to me,
Oh, heck
And-
yeah.
and yeah, my new barista Mel, and it's just been. We'll have to save the whole Mel thing for another episode, but
Okay.
she's
The Tale of Mail. That's what we're gonna
the
call it.
tale of Mel. She fits right in
Yeah.
with us. She's
Yeah.
cool. Cool shit. Anyway,
That's cool.
so
Brent, what you
nostalgia.
got?
You know what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Ocean Man by Ween. That's my recommendation this week.
A very good choice.
I don't. It's on my, like, when I host trivia, I have a couple of different playlists I put on that I just alternate between the two and just kind of let them go for the 2-hour duration. And it's on one of them, and it probably comes up at least once a month. And it came up, I guess, last time I was hosting. And I was like, man, that's a good tune. It's a good tune. It's weird, but it's not too weird, but it's also catchy.
Yeah.
It's a fun song. Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned Ween, because this Square Pusher track really reminds me of a track off of what is it, White Pepper?
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of the track, but it's very hypnagogic, and it sounds like it was like recorded on a VHS tape and then copied, and that copy was made a copy. There's a name for that.
Just dubbed multiple times.
Yeah. Analog degradation.
Yeah. I've heard that. Have you ever heard? You've heard the Queen song "Lazing on a Sunday Afternoon"?
I don't believe so.
Freddie Mercury has this kind of like weird sort of like, almost like they recorded his voice through like an old timey like megaphone, like not an electronic one, but just like one of the, you'd see a carnival barker or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've heard what they did was they ran his audio to a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
And then dropped the headphones into a coffee can and then turned the volume up and then mic'd inside the coffee can, and that's how they got his vocals.
Dude, I love those. I love those little recording tricks. So those little engineering wonders. God, I could think of a handful of them right now. One in particular. There was a garage rock guy out of Memphis. I don't think I can say his name. He went by Jay, and then an outdated word for mentally handicapped.
I see.
And there was an album that he performed on in which they needed a synth, and they couldn't get one, so they just tuned a piano very strangely, and it sounded very synth-like.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
It's all. You know what else is another cool one too I've seen as well is the Stone Temple Pilots' "Dead and Bloated." Scott Weiland, the opening of that song, he actually just sang that. Yeah, he sang that into a guitar's pickups, and that's actually where it came from.
Yeah. You can do that if you yell or sing loud enough into guitar pickups. Yeah, it'll pick it up.
Some people sing into a vacuum cleaner hose.
Yeah.
You could do that.
That was on the movie Sing Street. He said, "Do you have a Hoover?" And yeah, that's what he sang into the vacuum cleaner hose.
Whatever works. Look, that's really cool. I love all that stuff. The lore around that's always really cool. I do have a question though for y'all, because I found myself in our local arcade bar here in Baton Rouge called the B Arcade.
Yeah.
This past weekend, a place I like a lot. I just don't get to go there as often as I'd like. But
yeah.
And, whenever I go in there, like it used to be, like I'd go in an arcade or an arcade bar and I'd be like, oh, I got to find like X-Men or Ninja Turtles or like maybe even NFL Blitz or something like that, right? But now, a lot of my friends are into pinball really big. So we used to spend like the whole night on the pinball machines, and that's where we wind up when we play. And, I got to say, man, it's addictive. Like it really does catch my attention when I see a pinball machine anywhere at all now.
Yeah.
And I consider myself an average player. I'm pretty good. If we're playing with like maybe 2 or 3 people, I'll win, a round here or there, but I'm not going to like just triumph every single time, but it's still fun for me. But I'm curious if y'all were in a position right now, like if you walked into an arcade or you passed by something or whatever, like what would be the machine that would be the most likely to catch your attention?
Smash
T-ball.
TV.
Smash TV?
Smash TV. I adore Smash TV, and from what I understand, there was a sequel in the arcades that was even better. I don't know what it's called, and someone told me 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and I don't know what it is, but I hope to one day play that game because an iteration on Smash TV can only be a good thing.
Total Carnage, is that it? Is that it? Something
Maybe.
like that. I'm looking it up right
Maybe.
now. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, Smash TV is one that I had really forgotten about. That's crazy. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
It's a whole lot of fun, and I feel just like it was. I don't know if this is a good thing, but it was ahead of its time as far as the like ultra violent. Even though it was 2D, it was incredibly
Yeah.
ultra violent. I'm sure they got away with it by saying like, "Oh, this is a parody of American culture." Woo! But yeah, it was that is one that is always a lot of fun. Moonbeam, I believe that you said skee ball.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought I heard Skee
Skee-Ball.
Ball come out of Moonbeam.
Yeah, skee ball.
No, Brandon said Smash TV, and it took me a second to register what it was. So I was like, Smash TV? And then I was like, what? But anyways, so it's the Skee Ball?
Oh yeah. If there's skee ball, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
How
And I'm
like
gonna be
how would
but
you rank
I'm
your Skee
just-
Ball skills?
it. They're not very good, but you can get a lot of tickets
Yeah,
if you at least get 20 or 30 every ball.
yeah.
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 Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because I have observed, like, if you just stick with Skee Ball for a little while, you can get a decent amount of tickets at
Right.
an arcade.
Yeah.
You know, because I think what they get is they get people bouncing around the place, and they don't really, you don't really stick to one. But
Yeah.
you're right.
You
No,
can
you're
get
right.
in
If
a
you stick to
pretty
Skee
good-
Ball, you're good.
Yeah, you can get in a pretty good rhythm
Mm.
and get yourself 20 or 30, maybe even 40, at least 20 every ball. You can really rack up the tickets. Now
Right.
nobody's going to get the 100. Like it's just not going to happen. Like that's a fluke
Yeah. Yeah.
if you get the 100. But you can put the little you could get at least 20 or 30 every ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
skee ball.
Like, would you
skee
say,
ball's
like,
fine.
you're like, okay, if I've warmed up like 2 or 3 times, like, I'm good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're hitting it. Yeah, I gotcha. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
No.
Well, like me, like with pinball, I got to warm up a couple times. Sometimes,
Yeah.
a couple games to warm up. So it makes sense. It makes sense. I like that a lot. I mean, I'm curious, like the Humble Fam, if you walk into an arcade or you see some kind of entertainment place, like what's the thing that grabs your attention? I want to know. Leave me a comment. Let
What's
me know.
yours, Greg? What do you play when you go into an arcade? Golden Tee.
Golden Tee. Yeah.
Golden Tee.
That's
yeah.
that's really good. That's not a bad one at all. Yeah,
That's
Golden
a
Tee
that's a
is
bad game.
yeah, people like Golden Tee is one that I've seen people obsess over. Like
I have
really,
to.
yeah. And like you watch people that are good at it, it is kind of amazing. Hmm.
Yeah.
Is there
Speaking
ever
of-
like what do claw machines do for y'all? Does a claw machine grab y'all's attention? Do you feel like the need to try the claw machine? Because I always feel like if I see one, I got to try it at least once, and I'm not going to do great at it. But I've got I at least like it always seems to sort of get $1 out of me.
So there is a place outside of Dallas, and I will never, for the life of me, remember what this place is called. But they had a plethora of Japanese style claw machines, and
Oh, cool.
whenever I say Japanese style, it is purely a game of skill. The way that they have it all set up, it's similar to Western style, but there's no instance of like the claw like going down, it doesn't clamp, or it clearly doesn't clamp down hard
Right.
enough. No, like if you play a Japanese style claw machine game, if you play well enough, you're going to win.
That's interesting because that you said that, because I know like the American ones, like you said, how it doesn't clamp or whatever. Because I know from what I've heard about, this is why I also like I shouldn't play them. Why? But I don't know why they get me. It's because a claw machine, at least a Western style one, is like a slot machine. Because the
Yeah,
pressure that
yeah.
the claw applies is random, or at least it ramps up slowly, and then it gets to a point where it can actually pick something up, and then it releases and it goes back to a more like relaxed kind of tension. So
and I
Yeah.
think that the owner of the machine can adjust.
they can.
Like, okay, 1 out of 10 times it'll function as it should, or 1 out of 20 times. and you're just like, man, I'm in the Shoney's. I just want to win the Shoney's Bear. Come on.
Right. Look, here's the thing about those. You ever been in having a dream, and you get into a fight in your dream, and all you really need to do is just punch somebody, and you go to
Right.
punch them, and there's no like force or power behind your punch,
Yeah.
and it's just like that's how
Yeah.
I feel about claw machines.
And then
I
and then
feel
you
like
and then you yell and no sound comes out.
yeah, you're just having sleep paralysis. That's how I feel about claw machines. I feel like
Claw-
every time I've ever put a dollar in, it's the weakest grab of
Yeah.
my life. And I've gotten to where I'm 44. I don't have to ever play a claw machine again. I don't have to bow to those tricks.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'm next time I see a claw machine, I'm gonna remind myself that you said that, and then
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna do it.
Gonna walk right by.
I
No,
don't
you're
know.
not.
I don't
You're
know.
gonna
I
feed
don't
that
know if I
dog.
will.
It depends on what's in there.
Yeah.
What if it's got something really cool in there?
That's
And you're
true.
like, oh,
Could be something
Yeah.
amazing in there. Could
Yeah,
be
yeah, you gotta feed it that
could be a
dog.
Tamagotchi in there. I don't know.
oh, gotta
Can
feed it.
can,
that.
can we talk about the prizes back in the 90s and early 2000s? I don't even know
Yeah.
if they still make these anymore. But like, rather than being genuine plushies, they were basically filled with styrofoam. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't really squish them. It was
Oh, yeah.
just like styrofoam. It's like, this
They
is
were
not.
very uncomfortable bears. They were
That was a-
not. They were not. They were
Yeah.
not soft.
And you
Like,
would
how
catch
much
those at
were
like
they-
Mardi Gras parades sometimes too.
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
much were they saving?
I don't know.
By instead of putting cotton, they put in so what, I bet that was also asbestos. That was friggin' asbestos. Man.
Could have been. Could have
Yeah.
been, man. You know, our children's car seats were made out of razor blades, and our
Yeah.
our stuffed animals had asbestos in. Yes, of course they did.
Man, I remember the car seat I grew up with. It was in the front seat, and it was like just a soft arm that like just kind of like went over, and like I could at the age of 2 undo it myself.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I had that style too. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
We
kind of
didn't
sort
have
of fit in
car
there.
seats. Yeah,
Yeah, didn't even have them.
I didn't have a car seat when I was a kid. We would just put the armrest of the car down of the '98 Oldsmobile. the
Yeah,
armrest, and
yeah.
I would sit on that.
Yeah.
No belt. Turned out just fine.
Go with God, kid.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. I don't think I ever sat in a car seat. I remember when seatbelts became like mandatory, and like we
Yeah.
were like, wow, we gotta wear that.
I have come up with a game for us to play.
Okay.
Moonbeam, last week, just kind of out of nowhere, I referenced the song "You Gotta Be" by Desiree.
Yeah, you gotta be bad.
yeah.
you
You gotta be bad. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bad. Yeah.
So I decided, I was like, you know what? Let's do a game that's centric on 90s one-hit wonders. Let's do that.
Okay.
So in this instance, what I'm going to do for this one here is I'm going to name a song, and then you have to tell me the artist
Yeah.
behind that song for this 90s one-hit wonder. So, and this the first person who yells it out will get a point.
Yeah.
All right, are y'all ready?
I do believe so.
Got a few of these. Let's see. Got a good handful of them. The first one is a song called Two Princes.
That's Spin Doctors.
Correct.
Spin
Spin
Doctors.
Doctors. One for
Damn it.
Brandon.
I knew that.
All right. Some of these are going to be harder than others. Some will be easier. All for You. Who did that one?
Brandy?
Ooh, wasn't Brandy. Now, Brandy might
How's
have a
it
song
go?
All for You, but... Huh?
How does it go? Sing a
Well,
little
here's
bit
the
of it.
thing. That I debated on this. I don't think I should, like, sing them for you, because if I do, it would give it... I think it would give it away. All right, I'll tell y'all real quick, since we're... Oh, you're thinking about it? That was Sister Hazel, 1997. was the
Gross.
song.
Yeah, yeah. That wasn't in my wheelhouse.
Ah.
All right, what about Send Me On My Way? Who did that one?
Is that the one that goes, Send me on my way.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
then it's
say
like-
it fast. For it to
Wait,
make
wait,
sense.
send me on my way.
Yeah,
Wait, how does it go? It's
that's.
like,
That's basically it. You did it. You nailed it.
I don't.
Rusted Root.
It is Rusted
Rusted
Root.
Root,
Yeah,
that's right,
nicely
it
done,
is
Brandon.
Rusted
Good
Root.
pull. Good pull.
Good job, Brett. How did you know that?
Very
What is
good
that?
pull.
What is that one part of that song though? It's like, how does it go? You
I
got
don't
to do
know.
it.
Honestly, those are the only words I know to the song. Like I could kind
Yeah.
of do the beat.
Send me
That,
on my
like-
way.
Right.
No.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you like the words. All right. What about Crush? Who sang Crush? Performed it.
Jennifer Page.
That is Jennifer Page. Yeah, 3 for Brain.
Oh, okay.
know
So
that.
funny story.
Uh-huh.
For his birthday one year, I enrolled Must Die in the Jennifer Page fan club. I sent him a 12-inch single of Crush and a poster and something else. Like I basically bought Jennifer Page memorabilia and sent it to him and told him that he was part of
him he
the
was in the
Jennifer
fan
Page
club?
fan club.
That's actually a pretty clever prank, I think. If you're gonna pull, oh yeah, no, expect something like this quarterly.
Yeah.
It never comes.
No, never.
right.
You have to send in more Eggo mini waffle proofs of purchase.
There you go.
Before you do
yeah,
that.
some more cereal box stops. Some,
Yeah.
coffee UPCs. Anyway,
Yeah.
what about Sunny Came Home? Who did that one?
That I don't know.
Mm,
Is it Cheryl Crow?
no, but you have the initials right. I'll tell you that much right now. Well,
Oh.
no, yeah, not Cheryl. I guess Cheryl's more of a C, but not an S. But anyway, it's an SC, that's for sure.
Oh.
All right, y'all are gonna be mad. That's Sean Colvin was her name.
Yeah. No.
What about
Oh.
Torn? Do y'all know who performed Torn?
Oh, Natalie Imbruglia?
That's right.
Yeah,
Brandon, we're gonna
yeah,
read
yeah.
this one.
I'm all out of faith. Yeah.
Funny thing is that's
This is
that's
how
a
I
cover of an
feel.
Australian band.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah,
Did not
yeah.
know that. Did not know that.
Brandon just said that.
Who did? Who was Breakfast at Tiffany's? Who recorded that one?
Better than Ezra.
Might as well have been.
Oh,
Brandon was just-
Deep Blue
Brandon-
something.
It was Deep Blue something. Yeah, nice.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
better than Ezra.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you moving was like, yeah, that sounds right, plausible.
That's
But what was
Yeah.
funny, I laughed because it did sound right. It did sound
Yeah.
right. What about Steal My Sunshine? Who was
Lynn.
That was
Lit-
Lynn. Yeah,
lit-
Brandon's just on the take with it. Brandon has run
Oh
away
man,
with
I
this
was
game
saying
here.
lit. Is it Lynn?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Lynn.
Lit is what'd they do? That My Own Worst Enemy song? That's the one that they did.
Yeah, yeah.
But I could
yeah.
see why you would have thought that was the same band.
Another thing
just-
about Lynn, they started out as like kind of like a shoegazy, like noise pop indie rock act, and then they kind of morphed. Like they were that way for like 2 albums,
Uh-huh.
and then they kind of became that one-hit wonder sound. They got that one-hit wonder sound afterwards.
Well, they got all they needed, basically. I guess. I
Yeah.
guess. All right, who did "Gonna Make You Sweat"?
Oh, Inner Circle.
Oh no, that was
It's-
Bad Boys, is what you're thinking of. The
Gonna Make You Sweat.
so the full title of "Gonna Make You Sweat," in parentheses after that, "Everybody Dance Now," was the full title.
Oh,
Factory.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Must
right.
Die is gonna be angry that I don't know this.
That's
Where
right.
is it?
It was CNC Music Factory.
Hold on, Grant. I need you
Yeah.
to look up "Sweat" by Inner Circle and make sure I'm not smoking crack.
Okay, look, we will
Girl,
pause
I'm
the
gonna
game.
make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more.
Yeah, that
And
is.
if you
Yeah, yeah.
got-
Sweat. Ah la 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 la. Yeah.
Okay, I think I want 2 points for that one.
Because you came up with one on your own.
I mean, you,
I put
mean,
in a question that I know the answer to, so I should get 2 points.
no, I mean, no. The song is "Sweat."
All right. Look, I have 2 more. Okay.
All right.
I feel like these will be easier ones. Kiss Me. Who was that one?
Sixpence Another Issue.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it
Yep.
was.
Woohoo.
And I've got one more for y'all. Possum Kingdom.
Toadies.
That is Toadies. Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Ran away with that one, but Moonbeam
Yeah.
definitely got in your shots there for sure.
Hey,
so.
shout out to Michelle Ambrosia. That is her go-to karaoke song.
Possum Kingdom?
Yeah,
Wow, that's dark.
it is. Like it's from what I understand, like the entire album is kind of like a concept album, and it's all very like dark and murky.
I just want to point out too, One Headlight was on the list of things I looked for as well. Wallflowers.
Yeah, they recently performed in good old Philadelphia,
County.
Mississippi.
And I want to say Megan, our good friend Megan, once told me about her secret love of Jacob Dylan. Is that his name, Jacob?
Oh no,
Dylan?
that's Greg. Greg is the one with the secret love of Jacob Dylan.
Well, the two of them are going to have to fight over him, I guess, because
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's funny. That's really good, man.
Jacob Dylan from the Wallflowers.
So
He just said he's awesome.
yeah, I mean, look, it's a great song.
Yeah.
It's a good singer. He's got to figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, y'all, look, check it out. Humble Fam, I do want to know, when you're in the arcade, man, what is the thing that grabs your attention? Like if you're at, the arcade bar or the entertainment complex, the places they have all over the place now that do all the bowling and things, or maybe even just at the Charles Entertainment Cheese. I want to know. Let me know in a comment below.
A powerful rat. named
Powerful
Charles
rat.
Entertainment Cheese.
And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, everybody. Leave us a like down below as well. We'll be back here for another visit next week here on The Humble Show. But until then, stay humble.